Hi, my name is Yannick, and I just watched Charlie's video on teaching English in Mexico, and I wanted to make a video response to it. Um, First off, I'd just like to thank Charlie for making her videos about her experience teaching English in other countries. As a matter of fact, when I was in Canada, I used to watch her videos or to see what life was like working and living in another country and you were an inspiration to me, so I just want to thank you for that. First off, I just want to talk about applying for the job in Mexico. Um, you can apply for jobs from your home country. The way I did it, my process was I applied for my job in Canada. I went and I did my TESOL certification. And after I was certified to teach English in another country, I Googled uh, English schools in Mexico. English schools in Cancun, actually, to be a matter of fact, because I wanted to live in Cancun, which is where I live right now. So I, I did that. I Googled English schools in Cancun, universities in Cancun. I found the hiring managers or the faculty managers' names and email addresses, and I emailed my job letter and resume to those people. I got a response from a few, and one response was from Interligua. The hiring manager wanted me to do the job training in Mexico City, but she said that after I can work in Cancun. So I accepted it and I went to do the interview in Mexico City. So the thing is, you can apply for jobs from your home country through email to schools in Mexico, but you're probably going to have to do the interview in their country. And Charlie did mention that it's more of a face-to-face kind of culture, so they prefer to do a face-to-face interview than doing one over the phone. But it is a possibility that other companies would do interviews with you over the phone. So I went for the interview at Interlingua in Mexico City. The interview process is pretty easy. If you're a native speaker, it's easy. There is an exam, which Charlie did mention, and the exam is easy to pass if you're a native English speaker. I believe the examination is really set up for non-native speakers of English because 90% of the teachers at Interlingua are Mexican teachers who learned how to speak English in Mexico. Um, Actually, as a matter of fact, some of them are graduates from the school Interlingua. So if you are a native speaker, it's pretty easy to pass the examination. Right? You know the basic rules of speaking English. It's a multiple choice exam. After that, they ask you some questions. As long as you answer the questions correctly, just like any other job interview, then you get hired. Then you have to start the method training. This is the only difficult thing, right? The method training. First off, it's 1 month long, and they don't pay you a lot of money for the 1 month. So be prepared. You should have some savings to be able to hold you over for at least 1 month while you're doing the job training. The method training basically is they have their methodology of teaching English, right? And they use a lot of posters. Actually, I have a booklet here. This is the visual material catalog where they show their posters, right? So there's always like an introduction where you show someone and there's a story that goes along with it, and you introduce the structure, and then there's a poster, and you teach students from a larger version of this poster, right? And it's all about repetition, 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 right? So this is about always, taking a shower and almost always eating breakfast, and just frequency adverbs, right? How to express frequency. So the students repeat that, and there's a certain way of correcting the students' errors. You have to follow this error correction. The second stage is what they call drills type 2, where you give them bits and pieces of a sentence, and they have to put the sentence together. And they have to use the verbs in the correct form, and use a frequency adverb in the correct form, and you correct them. And there's a certain policy of how you need to correct them. So it's really good because they teach you how to teach English. And as long as you follow their structure, and their methodology, you'll be okay. 50% of the people don't make it through the method training in my class when I took my method training. And I think that's usually the case with most method training. The reason why is because it is kind of difficult at first that you have to follow this certain format, and some people do find it confusing. But as long as you practice, you will pass, right? So they give you homework. You need to go home. You need to practice how to do the presentations. They give you this booklet, and you practice with examples of the poster, right? So you practice with yourself in front of the mirror, or you practice with a friend, relative, whoever it may be. The next day, you go to class, you have to do a presentation, and they are examining you on that. The trainer is examining you. So, you have to take it serious, and it is a job. So you take it home, like homework, like you're in school, study, and you go back the next day and you do a presentation. Same thing, they give you a booklet on English grammar. I forgot like everything, like a noun, verb, adjective, gerund. I forgot what all those different types of words were. Last time I took English grammar was when I was 6 years old. But they give you a course, and you have to study that and do an examination on that as well. So it's not that difficult. If you're serious about working there, you will do the studying for 1 hour of studying every day after work, after job training, and then you'll pass. So after that, you're good to go. 1 month, then you're working. I noticed that there was a question on Charlie's video. Someone asked if working at Interlingua is a good place for beginners, beginner English teachers. And I say yes, I believe it is a very good place to work because they actually teach you how to teach English. The TESOL course that I took was a 2-week course. They taught you how to develop a lesson plan, but they didn't give you all the details that you needed. And even the trainer said, there's a plethora of information of how to teach English on the internet. And there's lots of ideas. You can go to these different websites and develop your own lesson plans. Well, working for Interlingua, they give you all the material that you need because you need to follow their script. So they give you everything that you need, and they teach you how to teach English to non-native speakers. And with that knowledge, you can actually go to other companies or other countries and teach English because you know that structure. You've actually, eventually over time, you're going to memorize the structure of teaching English to different grade levels at Interlingua. I've been working there for 2 years, and as a matter of fact, I don't need these books anymore. Like these books here, these are the lesson plans, and it has the script of what you need to teach. I don't even need this anymore. I can teach it just from memorization because I've known the steps, because I've done it so many times. Every month is a class. Every month is a new class. So this is preliminary level. I teach preliminary level every month, right? I've been doing it for 2 years. This is a level 6 student book. I've been teaching level 6 every month. Some months I don't teach level 6, some months I do, right? But you teach it again and again and again. After 1 year, basically you memorize everything and you know the whole format of teaching English. So it is a really good place to start. If you have any more questions, feel free to send me a message, and I'll be posting more videos giving more details on how to teach at Interlingua, what the lifestyle is like here. I live in Cancun, teaching English, which is really awesome. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks a lot.